Today I am going to discuss what is an indigent person, which comes under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 and Order 33 and 44. Now, friends, let us start the key aspects of Order 33 CPC. Now, first is definition of indigent person. Who is an indigent person? Means निर्धन व्यक्ति कौन है? It comes under Rule 1. A person is indigent if he lacks sufficient means to pay the prescribed court fees. It means a person who cannot pay prescribed court fees may be an indigent person. Or if no fees is prescribed, suppose court has not prescribed any fees, then do not possess property worth rupees 1000. Then he will be also a indigent person. This excludes exempted property and the suit subject matter. Now application process. What is the application process for indigent person? It comes under Rule 2 and 3. An application containing full particulars of movable and immovable property must be filed and presented personally to the court unless exempted. These rules say that the applicant should give full particulars of movable and immovable properties and personally submit to the court. If no exemption for court fees has been made in the previous earlier, you can say earlier. So inquiry into means now when he submits an application containing full particulars of movable and immovable property to the court, then the court or a designated officer conducts an inquiry. It comes under Rule 4 to 7. The court or a designated officer conducts an inquiry. Why? To verify the applicant's financial status, record of movable and immovable properties. Now, there may be rejection. Rejection of application. Rejection of application comes under Rule 5. The application may be rejected if the applicant is not indigent. He has disposed of property fraudulently or the suit does not disclose a cause of action. It means when after inquiry it is found that the applicant is not indigent, he has fraudulently disposed of his property and which is not in the notice of the court, or he does not explain anything, the reason for filing a suit. So in that case, his application may be rejected. Procedure after admission. Suppose if the application has been found satisfactory, correct, and we admit it as indigent person, then what will happen? It comes under Rule 8. If allowed, the suit proceeds like a regular suit. It means that there is no separate ruling for an indigent person. The suit will proceeds like a regular suit, but without payment of fees. He has not to pay the fees. Now there may be revocation, which comes under Rule 9. The court can revoke the permission to sue as an indigent person during the suit if it finds the person is no longer indigent. Means if the court finds that when the process of the case is going on, which under process, then if from any sources the court finds that the person is no longer indigent, निर्धन व्यक्ति नहीं रह गया है, वो धनी हो गया है, then the court can revoke the permission for not paying the court fees. Now recovery of fees. Rule 10 and 11. If the indigent plaintiff wins, suppose he wins in the case, then the court fees are recovered from the party ordered to pay them. But if he loses, then the indigent plaintiff may be ordered to pay. The court will order the indigent plaintiff to pay in case of failure, a loss of case. Now, this was all about Order 33 and indigent person. And now I am coming to Order 44. Now, appeals by indigent persons. Suppose he is not satisfied with the judgment passed by a lower court, then he wants to appeal in higher courts. Suppose to the High Court. Then there are some special provisions for indigent persons under Order 44. As I have already defined what is an indigent person, now I am going to discuss procedure for applying for appeals. A person entitled to appeal, unable to pay fees, may apply for leave to appeal as an indigent person. If they were allowed to sue as an indigent person in the trial court, no fresh inquiry is necessary. If the person who is going to appeal was on trial in the lower court and has submitted the certificate for movable and non-immovable properties, and he was allowed not to pay the court fees, then no fresh inquiry is set up, provided he submits an affidavit confirming that he was an indigent person when he applied in the lower court. Now inquiry. If the appellant was not permitted to sue as an indigent person, then what happens? The appellate court will conduct an inquiry to determine his financial status. Then the appellate court will conduct an inquiry to determine the current financial status of that person. Refusal and payment. If the application is rejected, suppose the indigent person appeals in the court and that application is rejected, then the court will grant time to pay the necessary court fees. The court will grant some time to pay the necessary court fees. Now there is also a limitation period for filing an appeal for an indigent person. For filing an application for leave to appeal as an indigent person, it is 60 days for a high court. When he wants to apply in the high court, then he has given 16 days for his appeal. And if he applies to some other courts, then 30 days are only provided to him. Starting from the date of decree. When the decree was made in the lower court, then he can appeal to the higher court within 30 days in other courts and within 60 days in a high court. If the appeal is successful, suppose his appeal is correct, he is successful, the court fees are typically recovered from the respondent. But if unsuccessful, the fees may be recovered from the applicant's assets. The fees will be recovered from the applicant's assets if the appeal is unsuccessful. So friends, this is all about Order 33 and 44 regarding indigent persons. Friends, how do you find my video? And please do comment in my comment box, and those who have not subscribed the channel, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching this video.